Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do something. I will be right back. Hold on. It'll be about a minute. All right. Let's try this again. Oh. All right. Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, September 25th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 39 of 2025, and in my neck of the woods it is currently 70 degrees with a high of 76 and a low of 66. All right. Welcome to my broadcast. I am here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, and the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. In other words, I show you what I'm doing, I show you how I'm doing, I did what I did, and I explain the why of what I did. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always delightful. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who will see this broadcast when it goes to video. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So tonight we continue with our buddy color. This is from Fairies and Mushrooms Jubilee. Last night I worked on her dress, and I think she's coming along beautifully. Then, my next project is from Disney Dreams Collection. This is the book that has the Snow White on the front. Whoops. Hold on, I just have the image. And this is how far we are on it. Now, this is an image that I'm finishing up. I had started it a while back. So if you want to see how this whole page is colored, you'll need to do a search in the group under Disney Dreams Collection. And then you can find this image that was done at that time. So last night I was working on the left-hand side. I showed you how to detail the flowers. I showed you how to detail the tree. Again, this is not a complex image at all. I'm going to add a little more to the cape. And then we'll be in good shape with that. All right. Then the next thing we're going to be doing, even though it's Thursday, we are going to be doing a Peeps Choice book for Julie. Julie will not be here tomorrow. She has a school dance to chaperone. I don't know, she might wish she was here. No, I'm just kidding you. And we're going to make a selection between... Uh-oh, Julie says yes, she'd much rather be here. Grumpy Faces Jubilee. And Veggie Fruity Babies Jubilee. So we will do that in a little bit. You guys will be voting on it. That's what it's all about. Alrighty. So how is everybody doing? Well, before I do that, let me say hello. Tam Tam, hello. Miss Julie, hello. Sherry, hello. Jonah, Angry Bear. And hello to all you guys that are hiding in the cheap seats. Would love to have you say hello, but that's okay. Shout out to Luann Swift and her daughter Laura. And also, shout out to Dorothy. They always watch the broadcast after the fact. Okay. So how was everybody's day today? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw. I'm having a quiet day. Oh, Sherry, win. What's your win, Sherry? Julie, draw. Angry Bear, draw. Jonah, draw. Who else? Tam Tam, win. So Sherry and Tam Tam have wins. What are your wins? Tam Tam says her friend made her, or made us, her and Hubsters, a coconut cream pie. Oh my gosh. Woo! It's delicious, I bet. Everybody's going to be jealous for coconut cream pie. Sherry says she spent the day with BFF, then, came home to the arrival of Yarn Maidens Jubilee. Okay. All right, Sherry, are you proud of me for figuring all that out the way it was typed? And you know, after we do our fairy, I'll be doing a picture out of the Yarn Maidens Jubilee. Then we'll do one out of the Audubon book. For the birds. Tam Tam says, plus, my other Christmas cards came today. Good. All right. So, for some reason, we are missing Onyx. Guys, regulars, don't forget to hit that button for the like. Oh, and there's the link for Yarn Maidens Jubilee. Sherry says, yes, very good detective work. All right. So let's get our image voted on for Julie. Julie is our resident Procreate expert. Julie's going to put her link up to her feed on YouTube, and you can take a look at what she's doing. The first choice that you guys have is out of Grumpy Faces Jubilee. And it's our octopus. Now, this octopus is already on the cover, a little bit of it. This is the cover that Maggie did. But I wanted you to see it in all its glory with the ocean background and the rest of the fish. Fun stuff. So that would be picture number one. Now, Grumpy Faces Jubilee is a compilation of images of all grumpiness. Look at the little snail there. Oh, look at that. I almost chose this one for Julie to do. If you want me to change the image to this little boy, we can do that as well. So we'll have 2 votes on this. But anyway, you can see this is Vincent van Gogh. Love the bird. Here's a grumpy mouse. Anyway, so that's book number 1. And then book number 2 is from Veggie Fruity Babies Jubilee. And this one is ridiculously cute because it's got a bunch of veggie babies. I love the one with the little pineapple with the footies sticking out. It's just a real cutie. Anyway, that image here is this little guy. We've got a nice fall theme here. Okay. So we're going to have 2 votes. The first one is we're going to vote either between the octopus, which is number 1, or the kid complaining about dinner. So do you want octopus number 1 or kid number 2? Voting is open now. And then, of course, Julie, you can keep track. Angry Bear says 1. Sherry says 1. He's too cute. Kid number 2. Jonah says number 2. Tam Tam says number 2. Keep voting, guys. Number 1 or number 2? Don't be shy, guys. Remember, this is the image that Julie's going to be doing in Procreate. Number 1. Number 2. I feel like it's an eye exam. You know how the doctor will put that little thing, you know, the lens thingy in front of your eyes? Number 1 or number 2? Now, if we have a tie about which one we're going to do, then Julie can pick what she wants. Anybody else care to vote? Okay, I'm going to be closing voting. It looks like Julie's going to be deciding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, voting is closed. Julie, which one would you like to do? The little boy or the octopus? Oh, number 2. The little boy. Okay. Now, having said that, now we need to choose between grumpy faces and our veggie baby. I'm sorry, they both make me laugh. So, number 1 is our little boy grumpy face. Number 2 is our little boy with the gourds. So let's start voting on that. Grumpy face, number 1. Gourd boy, number 2. Go ahead and start voting, guys. Again, remember, this is for Julie to do the Procreate, so you can see how the image looks. Tam Tam says 2. Jonah says 1. Karen Hood says, hi, ILene and everyone. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jackie Mitchell. She says 2. So Tam Tam says 2, Jonah says 1, Karen says 2, Jackie says 2. Remember, guys, this is for your benefit. Sherry says 2. Angry Bear says BRB. Anybody else care to vote? All right, voting will close in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, looks like number 2 has it, our little veggie boy. Four to 1. Okay. So these are all little kids that are vegetables. We did this picture, and I added a label of gherkin on this one. Aren't these adorable? Here's a really nice apple. I've shown you how to do apples. Now I'm getting hungry. Here's a nice melon. No. Lemon, 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 lemon. I love the expressions on these faces. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Here's a nice little cherry. So yeah, that's a cute book. I think, oh, radish. Watermelon. Corn. Another apple. I think that's all of them there for you. Here's an onion for you. I think this is adorable. And there's my other onion. Okay, enough of that. So let me get these off the counter here. off my table. Let's get back to our fairy and let's get coloring. Let's get coloring. Da 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 da. Let's get coloring, one and all. All right. Oh, Sherry, you're enjoying getting a sneak peek at the previous books. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Jackie. Okay. Let's go ahead and do something different. I've been working on our little girl. I worked on her dress last night. Hey, Angie. I'm going to go ahead and work on our mushroom. Now, before I do that, I want to finish up working on our leaves in our area. This is where we mixed brown and green. You know, I talk about that all the time, is when you're doing leaves, do your browns and your greens. All right, let me get my brown. Angie says she's thumb number 9. I'm going to go up in the upper right here, and we're going to add a little bit of brown to our leaves. Now again, don't get heavy-handed with your pencils. Now we can also come in with a lighter brown to blend that. And let's put that goldish brown right here at that bottom leaf. And we'll do one more at the base. Don't be predictable. Don't do the leaves all the same. And I'm going to go up here, and on that independent leaf, I'm going to put just a touch of our brown. And that's just going to go along one edge with a little bit inward. All right. How cool is that? We seem to be missing onyx tonight. I wonder what's going on. Okay, bigger mushroom. I'm going to go with the yellow. A light orange. I'll zoom in a minute. And then our medium orange. Actually, this is more of an orangey red. Now, notice that I'm blending that orangey red into the yellow to make sure that that's going to work, which it does. Let me zoom in. I love that orangey red. Okay. I'm going to start off with my yellow. That means I'm working in my lighter portion of my mushroom. This is going to be really pretty. Now, notice that our yellow is basically our shine spot on this little puppy. And that'll become more evident as I add my additional colors. So I'm back blending my lighter orange onto our yellow. So guys, who's coloring with me tonight? What are you coloring? And if you're not coloring, what are you doing? Julie is coloring Veggie Baby. Now, notice I'm bringing that orange underneath. Angie is coloring Johanna Bosford World of Flowers. Tam Tam is diamond painting cards, and Onyx finally popped in. Onyx, don't worry us like that. Okay. Hey, Sandy. Oh, that mushroom is gorgeous. So, Onyx, they didn't charge your phone, so I gave it time to get to 50%. Gotcha. All right, then our dark color. Oh, there's our food. Jackie says I had a win, finished coloring Thanksgiving cards, and back to Christmas cards. I'm chilling and learning. All right. Okay, Tammy, thank you. All right, now we have a situation where we have a dark color that's pretty dark, and then our medium color. Sandy DeSanto says, I will have a win. Tomorrow it's my grandson's 4th birthday and my 38-year anniversary. Wow. That is big news. Okay, now, in order to soften that darker color, we need to take our darker color and lightly work on that edge. And you want it to go from a harsh line to a soft blend. Okay, now we have our darker color along the bottom. Oh, I missed your comment, Angie. Did practice exam today. Got 78, so scores are improving. All right, let's move along the bottom. And then we need to have a lighter of our dark color to merge in with our medium. Okay, Tam Tam. Oh, Janie, you're working the ketchup from yesterday. Okay. Oh, Sandy has another win. I'm going to be a grandma again. My daughter is pregnant with her second child. Ah. I'll bet you that made you happy. All right, let's follow our orangey color around the outside. And let me pull out. So Onyx says, hey guys, last night by the end of the broadcast, we had 24 likes. All right, guys, what do you think?
This is going to be controversial, but this is.
Yeah, and just in case you're wondering, I looked at our YouTube from yesterday, 111 views. So we're getting through to our audience. And that is really good. That's 111 people who learned something, 111 people who had company. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go down to our second mushroom here. Let's zoom in. And let's start up our light, medium, dark on that one as well. All right, lightest being our yellow. And then our medium. Wait a minute, got a little more light. Here's our medium. And then our dark. All right, let's get this bottom here. Now notice how I'm blending that darker edge into our medium. And just a little bit of a finger smudge. Now I'm going to go back to my lightest color because we've got our shade on the side, or our highlight on the side. Now don't color in these other two white patches here because that's part of your bumpies. Okay. Now, this bigger mushroom that I did is bugging me a little bit. I want to carry my darkest color a little more to the left. Oh yeah, much better. And I'm going to put a little bit of my shadowing underneath the bumpies. And we'll start getting these raised up. All right, let's keep going with this. And let's continue this with our other ones. Now, when you smudge your shading underneath with your finger, don't worry about your little bumpies because you could go back and erase out of that. Okay. And let's go ahead and clean up our bumpies here. Takes 2 seconds to do. How pretty is that? And I'm just going to blend a little bit more with my yellow. Okay, let's work our bumpies on our other mushroom here. Okay, Sandy. All right, let's get our line underneath. Onyx, you said time seems to have gone so slow today. How's that? Okay. Now, let's get these other two mushrooms taken care of. Now, these ones don't have a lot of bumpies on it, so we'll go a little smoother with it. Okay, Julie's got a sneak peek for us. Check it out. Drum roll. What do you think? How ridiculously cute is that? All right. Julie's on a roll. Here's our light. Our medium. And our dark. Now again, we do a little extra blending with the dark. We want to get that edge nice and soft. All right. Here's our light. Here's our medium. A little bit of our dark. Now again, in this case, we have a much darker color than what our medium is. So we're going to handle it a little differently. Back to our medium. I'm just diffusing that dark a little bit by going over the top of it with my medium. All right, let's take a look at this group. And I'm going to go back to my right hand one. Oh, Onyx, are you leaving already? No. Onyx, you're saying goodnight to Jackie. Jackie, good night. Okay, let's take a look at this puppy. How cute is that? Sandy, when you stepped away, you missed the picture that Julie sent. This is what she's done so far in Procreate. Okay. Now, I'm going to pop up to the hat, the mushroom hat, and my dark color that I used on my mushrooms down here, I'm going to use on my darkest areas on the hat. Okay, Julie, thank you. All right, I'm just adjusting camera a little bit. Now remember, when you're using your pencil on grayscale, you can use different shades of that pencil. And anytime that you're coloring grayscale, you want to take advantage of that. In other words, we've got a dark area in here, but we also have some lighter areas of that dark. Now, I've been talking about this with your pencils. I showed you last night with your purples. This was all done with one pencil. So let's work this demo again for you with our mushroom orange here. Here's our dark. Here's our medium. Here's our light. Any questions about your pencil control? All right, let's pull out. And you should absolutely be practicing this. Okay. Let's go back to our hat. I'm working on my dark portion of it with my darkest color. And this is why it is critical that when you're coloring, you don't come in like gangbusters with your color. You lightly tint it in to start, and then you get darker and darker with it in the areas that you want to do that. And the way you get darker with it is repeated strokes. Is everybody clear about what I'm telling you about that? All right, those lovely chimes are putting us to sleep. Tam Tam, good night. All right. And let me sharpen. Oh, how pretty is this? Now, I'm not going to use the same medium and light on the cap that I used on my mushrooms at the bottom of the page. Pours honey all over the like button? Really? And Onyx, you did that Y. Catch more likes with honey. Oh, now that's funny. Okay, now we have an area at the bottom of the mushroom that is dark. Well, as long as my regulars tap that like button to start, that's really helpful. Now we have some shading underneath our flowers that call for our darkest color. Shading and shadowing. And what do I always say when we do these projects like this? I always say what? Trust the process. Now, I'm going to use my dark color on the left-hand side here of the hat. But what I want you to notice, I'm using a darker version of it around this little frill area. And then I'm using a lighter version of it in between. Does everybody see that? One pencil, two shades. All right, let's go back up. Yes, I've heard how Allie is doing, and she's doing great. Very sleepy. Her surgery went well. Okay, let's slide over. All right. Now, again, this will all make sense as we continue with this hat. Let's put a little shadow right here by this leaf. All right, let me pull out. Any questions? I've asked Maggie to come in. She said she'll be in a couple minutes. And she's going to update everybody on Allie. Oh, speak of the devil. Maggie, will you update everybody on Allie? Okay, now I told you for the hat that I'm going with different colors than I did on the mushroom down at the bottom. Okay, so Allie is doing great. Her pump and catheter are working. Placements are still good. I haven't heard the final results of all the scans, which determine exact details for the surgery on the 6th. Maggie, how about explaining what they did in this surgery and why they're doing this surgery? That'll help people understand what's going on with her. Okay, here's my dark, which I just worked on the cat. Here is our medium. There is our light. So let me go ahead and do the upper part of her cap. This is where our medium is. Sherry, good night. I'm about to switch projects. Okay, Maggie is speaking a second language. Maggie, do you care to explain why she has to have these surgeries? All right, here's our medium. All right, and then we got a little bit of a light area. This is my light color. And I'm just going to put a little bit of dark underneath this puff to give it dimension. So there's the explanation as to why Allie is having these surgeries. You can look up the terms polymicrogyra and cerebral palsy. So these surgeries are to give her a quality of life. And as she gets older, she periodically, correct me if I'm wrong, Maggie, as she gets older, she periodically has to have these surgeries. Okay. And the surgeries are to give her the best opportunity to stay mobile. Excellent. All right, guys, check it out. Guys, what do you think? Okay, Maggie, thanks for stopping by. Hello, Sarah. Sarah, you need to watch from the beginning of the broadcast. By the way, guys, that reminds me. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a demonstration on how I work and glue my pencils together to extend them. So I'll show you how to cut the number 2 pencils. And then you'll see how I do this. All right. Sarah, what book did Sherry get you? Okay, next project. Disney Dreams Collection, Thomas Kincaid. Julie, your link is missing to the book. Oh, yarn. The yarn book. All right. By the way, Julie, I sent you the walkthrough. I can't remember which book it's to. It's either the walkthrough for Grumpy Faces Jubilee or the walkthrough for the Veggie Fruity Babies. It's the link to a YouTube walkthrough of the book. If you can find that, this is the books that we're doing the Procreate colors from, And the reason we're doing this tonight is because Julie will not be moderating tomorrow night. Julie, if you could find that walkthrough, that would be great. Okay. So this is the image that I'm working on. Oh, there it is. Veggie Fruity video walkthrough. Thank you. Any questions so far on this? Disney Dreams Collection, Thomas Kincaid coloring book. Snow White. So last night I was working on the tree. And again, we're going to have differences. Now, I'm going to take a Faber-Castell 103, which is my ivory. And I'm going to lighten this side of the tree. Now, notice your colors below it are still staying intact. That's the joy of colored pencils. Is that you can layer like this and everything will stay put. Having said that, there's a limit though. If you do this too many times, your colors are going to get mushy. Okay, Janie just sent us her version of this. Check it out. Good night, Janie. Janie, one thing I would tell you though, this part right here behind the deer head, that needs to be darker. That's tree. Hopefully you heard that comment before you went out. Okay. And then I'm going to lighten as we come down our branch. And back up here. Hold on, guys. I gotta check my cord. Okay. I just got a low power mode warning on my tablet. I don't know why I'm not fully charged. So if I suddenly disappear, that's why. Okay, now I'm going to come in with black. This is my Prismacolor black. Did everybody hear me about my power problem? I should be okay for a while. We may even make it through the whole broadcast. Okay, black. All right, let me pull out. And let's take a look at the two. And we are in pretty good shape with the tree. Oh, you like my tree better? Okay, thank you. Now, Angry Bear brings up a good point. It is perfectly okay to deviate from the picture to the left. I wanted to go a little different with it. I wanted to add more tree moss, which is what I did. And it worked. Okay. Any questions? All right. Next area. Now, you'll notice that there's some dark shading on Snow White's cape. It's pretty dark. I'm not going to use black. I'm going to use Payne's Gray. Let me zoom in. A little bit of a camera adjustment. Bear with me. Now, if you're timid about coloring these pages, doing this in your dark color may be intimidating. Don't let it intimidate you. Follow your pattern on the left. All right, let's go to the left. Not that far. Okay, let me pull out. And let's look at these side by side. Now, the only reason that I did this with the Payne's Gray was to match on the left-hand side. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done this. Any questions about this? Okay. Now, let's go down to our deer. If you look at the original deer, we've got lots of shading on that. Now remember, again, this is an oil painting. The artist is limited how he can blend. All right, Payne's Gray. Now don't let this throw you. And don't forget, when you pick up your pencil, you what? You turn it. So Sarah, I didn't know you were coloring Snow White, but a customer and I were talking about the live Snow White. I didn't even watch more than 2 seconds of it. What color brown is that? Well, this top part is Payne's Gray, and honestly, it's been so long since I've done the brown, I don't remember. But it looks like it is a gold. Sorry I couldn't be more detailed, Sarah. Any question? Oh, you're talking about what I'm using? Oh, Sarah, this is Payne's Gray. When you said brown, I thought you were talking about the previous brown. Okay, now we got to get around in between these little spots. So, Onyx, now you've made me hungry for grilled cheese sandwiches. I just got in fresh Kraft cheese slices. Now, I vacillate between wanting to do my own thing with some of the stuff on this page on the right. For example, I wouldn't have put in the Payne's Gray like this. I just would have come in with darker browns, but I wanted to go ahead and match this puppy. Didn't want to have a riot on my hands with my peeps. And of course, you know, when I make my grilled cheese sandwiches, I'm going to have what? Tomato soup. Sarah, I'm glad you asked. It clarifies it for everybody else. Okay, let's get this tail. Okay, guys, I got about 10 more minutes to go. Let me show you the two side by side. Onyx, why are you hiding under the bed? Okay. There's our image, side by side. And then, of course, with the grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup, I'm going to have saltine crackers. Let me do a little more detail on the head. Oh, we are in good shape with this. I love it. Okay. Onyx, you're funny. You do a good job of it. You just need to remember to keep encouraging the regulars to hit that like button. You haven't said anything for the last 45 minutes. Any questions about what I've done so far on this? I think it's looking pretty nifty. Okay, upper left-hand corner. Rocks. I've got my base color in, which are my grays. We've got our green grass coming up to that. Guys, I'll say it again. That's the only thing that I ask from you for all the things that I do for this group. If you like what I'm broadcasting, hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, I'm assuming you don't like what I'm doing for you. And my fingers are getting in the way because I have a shorty pencil. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night I'm going to show you that process. For lengthening your pencils. All right, let's get into our rocks. The rocks and stones themselves will start to sing. Ho, Santa, hey, Santa, 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 ho. Santa, hey, Santa, ho, Santa. Oh my gosh, Onyx is doing a silly little dance for likes. Hey, JC, JC, won't you look at me? All right, medium gray. So I'm starting my darker color on the lines between the rocks. Now, at the moment, I'm just following the outline. Now I'm going to come in with a bluish gray. Onyx, what's the deal with you and tomato soup? Why don't you like it? And I'm actually, instead of bothering with a bluish gray, I'm going to come in with a grayish blue. Check it out. Oh, you never liked anything to do with tomatoes. Oh. All right, let me finish this area and then I'll call it an evening. Okay. We done good. And of course I'll be working my way over on the rocks with my gray and my bluish gray, and we've got moss on there too. Why? Because we're right by this water, and that's going to spit up spray on the rocks, and that's going to create moss. Okay guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, Joyous, joyous coloring, love on each other. That's what this group is known for. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Have a great rest of the evening. So tonight we worked on Disney Dreams Collection, Thomas Kincaid. I think you can see how cool the side-by-side is looking. We worked on our sleeping fairy on our pillow. And we chose another Procreate image, or an image for Julie to do in Procreate. And you guys decided that you liked the guy, the little tyke with the gourd. Okay, guys, take care. Like I said, love on each other. That's what our group is known for. Have a great rest of the evening. And we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into tomorrow night. All right, till tomorrow night then.